Hello, everyone. Welcome to all of you to the day 46 of the Journey Within series. It's a wonderful day and it's Mother's Day. So I would like to wish all the wonderful mothers out there a very, very happy Mother's Day. It's also a workshop day, which means that we are going to have a collective meditation here in the main room and a Footsoak as well. And then we will all be assigned to breakout rooms where all of you will be able to be in a small group with an experienced Sahaj Yogi, and you'd be able to ask your questions and raise your concerns and learn more about Sahaj Yoga. And those of you who are joining us for the first time, we're very happy you're here. Please join us through the session. And at the end of the session, we are going to have a special room created for all of you joining us for the first time, where you will be given an introduction to Sahaj Yoga and you will be guided through the self-realization process. So please do stay with us. We have with us a wonderful lead for today, and I would like to introduce to all of you Andrei. He doesn't need any introduction, actually. He's been here with us before as well. Hi, Andrei. How are you doing?
Good. Cruising along.
Great. All right. So I hope all of you are ready with the Footsoak, and I'll just pass it over to Andrei, and I'll see you all at the end of the session.
Welcome, friends, and happy Mother's Day. So we trust everybody has the Footsoak needful, the buckets, and the handful of salt, and some rinsing and a towel. So let's get going. Let's raise the Kundalini and do the Bandha. Very good. So what I usually do is I give a bit of a circle, a bandhan above the Footsoak, and ask something along the lines of, Mother, please give this Footsoak the power to absorb all negativity and excess heat from our subtle system. So I do that a couple of times. Very good. So we shall dive. Today, there is a little bit of a theme about removing obstacles, and there are many ways of doing that. And the quality of our very first chakra that sustains the mother power is the biggest key, because the powers of this chakra are really the essence of spirituality. And obviously we're all here because we are all preoccupied by a spiritual process and, well, becoming the spirit, right? And that first chakra really bats the whole subtle system with the powers that come from it, the spiritual powers that come from it. And there's many ripples of these powers, but the key foursome is this combination of innocence, wisdom, purity, and pure joy. And if you think about it, every obstacle that we put to ourselves will dissolve if we apply this mixture right? This mixture dissolves everything, because this is the essence of that flows straight into the spirit. So maybe we can have the on the screen the mantra for the spiritual essence, which is called the Shri Ganesha in Sanskrit. And when we take the mantra, we essentially say that we bow to the essence of the chakra with the authority that Shri Mataji has given us, right? Because to relate to a spiritual principle, we have to be connected to the spirit at least a little bit. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So now we're connected, and we ask Shri Ganesha to. We say that we bow, but in fact, it's a bit of a trick, because what we mean is that we're asking him to manifest more and more within us. So we'll take this mantra. So while we do that, we'll keep our left hand in our lap and our right hand towards the Mother Earth. So this is the, of course, the position for cleaning the left side, because the first chakra is connected to the left side. And the essence of the first chakra is the Mother Earth. So this is an extra connection point. So we'll take this mantra 4 times, and then we'll see what happens. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namah. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namah. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namah. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namah. We can have back the photo. Thank you, Sashut. And now with that power of innocence, when we look at the motherly principle that is embodied in Shri Mataji, our Kundalini will automatically expand as much as possible. And if we look at Shri Mataji's bindi, the red mark on her forehead, and we can ask inside of us, Oh Mother, please completely establish Shri Ganesha principle in my brain, in our brain, in everybody's brain. Please let all the thoughts dissolve in that pure joy of Shri Ganesha. If we feel like closing our eyes, we should go ahead. Mother, please let the great powers of divine innocence, divine wisdom, complete purity, and pure joy flow through all our chakras, all our channels, and fill them. So all the divine principles are pleased and nourished. We can put the right hand on our lap and the left hand on our liver. So that's the last ribs on the right. Oh, Divine Mother, please permanently purify our attention. Please let our attention be completely innocent and always wise. Please let the coolness of Shri Ganesha neutralize all the excess heat in our liver. Very good. Let's cup the base of our neck with the right hand and put the left hand back on our lap. Mother, please feel our Vishuddhi chakra with innocence and divine innocence and wisdom. Let the divine wisdom help us be detached of all lower goals. And please fully establish the sweetness of Shri Ganesha in our Vishuddhi. And natural humility in all our talk and expressions. Very good. We can put the right hand on our heart. Oh, Mother, we are the pure self. are part and parcel of the infinite ocean of divine love. Please completely fill this heart with divine motherly love. And let it flood through all our being. Very good. Very good. We can open our eyes and rinse our feet. And then do a bandhan above the footsoak and put it on the side and then watch Shri Mataji's talk.
So now, let us see how do we miss out on collectivity. as a very practical, down to earth understanding. First, we must know without collectivity we cannot exist. As the body has to be in connection with the brain, in the same way, without collectivity, Sahaja Yoga cannot exist. Once you understand that, then you have to work it out that collectivity is absolutely established within and without. It is more within that we have to establish than without. Whatever you have within is manifested outside. Now, how do we establish it within ourselves? First of all, we have to understand that now we are the relations of each other. Ganeshwara has said, Techi soyari hoti. Who is that cry? All right, Tiradavati. तिला आईची आठवण आली. All right. So the first thing is that within ourselves, we have to see introspection, with introspection. What are we doing against collectivity in our mind? How our mind is working. I do not know what thing comes first in the human mind about another person. But the first thing is that these are your real relations. And nobody else are your relations. These children are your children, and these men are your brothers, and these ladies are your sisters, and we are one big family together. We are part and parcel of one body. As this hand cannot hit another hand, thank God it doesn't think. Otherwise, as human beings, they might start thinking against another hand. But they don't, because they are connected to one brain activity. So the first thing one has to understand that do not try to see the defects of another person, but goodness of another person. That is really going to help you the most. Like in India, I see, I don't know, here may be the same. If you, if they know you, supposing, immediately they'll find out, now what work can we take out of this person? If somebody is a minister's brother, immediately they'll approach the minister's brother. All right, will you do this work for me? Then somebody says, I'm such and such. Immediately people will think, oh, so what work can we get out of this person? In the same way, you can go a little further in the language of Sahaja Yoga. As soon as you come to know about someone, you should not think what business I can do with him. I have seen immediately if somebody has money, people will jump at him, all right, let's have the business together. Even in surgery. Or if there's anything like that, immediately they start employing that person for your purpose. On the contrary, what you have to do, as soon as you know about somebody, then you have to think what goodness he has got. How can I imbibe that goodness within myself? Because we are here to enrich ourselves spiritually. So you must think as first and foremost thing, what can I do to get the goodness of that person within myself? So you'll be looking out for the goodness of that person than instead of looking out for bad qualities. Because bad qualities are not going to nourish you at all. Also, if somebody has bad qualities, no use thinking about you yourself, because if you start thinking about it, they are not going to be improved. It is somebody else's problem. So best thing is to look at another person with adoration and understanding, with love, that he is one of us and what can I use. Now if I have the hand, I don't have to think because we are programmed that way. If I have to hold this, automatically I use my hand, not my feet. I know my hands are going to do. But when I have to walk, I don't walk with my hands because I know my feet have to walk. In the same way, you have to know which Sahajogi is going to help you to nourish yourself. Immediately your mind will become very clear. Like now, I saw some boy in New Zealand who was really about to be dead. And when he came back, I found the attitude towards him was not kind, as it should have been. But this is the best chance where you should see how you can practice your compassion. We talk of compassion, compassion. Now let us see how we can practice our compassion when this boy is so sick. On the contrary, everybody was harsh on him, were passing remarks at him, doing things like that. Because we have to have compassion. Now Mother has said we have to have compassion. Now where do you have our compassion? On the walls, where do we use our compassion? Where do we use our compassion? So Sahaja Yoga is to be practiced doesn't mean that you sit down with my photograph all the time. Doesn't mean that. It means you practice compassion. You practice that. Then you have to practice love. Now how do you practice love with others? If you love someone, what do? You try to please that person. Small things can make people very happy. I know you all try to please me very much. You'll give me presents, you'll find out things which are good for me, you'll go out of the way, buy sweet flowers for me. Beautiful things you do to please me. I am over pleased, I must tell you. But I am more pleased, much more pleased, if you understand collectivity and try to please each other. Such a person pleases me the most, that the attention is more on pleasing each other. As soon as you decide you have to please others, your tongue will become different. It will become a sweet tongue. The tongue which was like a pair of scissors becomes such a beautiful thing of honey. Then you talk little, but you really pour honey on another person, and another person really enjoys it. So now the practice love, where do you practice? Ask your question. Where do I practice love? What do I love? We love our house, we love our photographs, our decorations, everything. But do I practice this love on my wife or on my husband or on other surgeries? In our Sahaj culture, we have to practice compassion and love. And thirdly, we have to practice patience. I know some children are maybe little more mischievous, some are less mischievous. Maybe some people are very talkative. Sometimes really they give me also a headache. They go on talking so much. Sometimes I think it's good because it's a rest for my mouth. One way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is just switch off your mind, let him talk, take it out, whatever he wants to talk. Once he is finished with it and fagged out, then he won't bother you much. And also he'll feel satisfied that somebody has listened to his practice. So patience is needed. And patience is needed in such a way that others should see your patience. Yesterday, for example, I was sitting for about, I think, 3 hours shaking hands with all sorts of people and all types of problems. And the person who came last, he said, looking at your patience, I developed my own patience. And love gives you patience.
Let us be in this beautiful meditative state and absorb the vibrations of Shri Mataji's words for a few more moments. Before we conclude by raising our Kundalini and taking Bandhan, let us humbly take our both hands on our heart and just bow. And let us all individually in our heart express our gratitude and offer a humble prayer in our heart in our own way to the Divine Mother. We can now raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. I hope all of you enjoyed a deep state of meditation today. If you are here for the first time, this is the moment to let us know about it in the chat box so we can assign you to a breakout room where you will be taken through an introduction to Sahaj Yoga and where you will be provided with the experience of self-realization. So next time we meet is going to be on Tuesday, and on Tuesday we are going to talk about how we can overcome lethargy. So we are going to again meditate on the left side, because this is an obstacle that or a negativity that attacks us from the left side. So we are going to learn how to overcome lethargy by using vibrations and by taking the help of our mother Kundalini. And so let's revise the schedule a little bit, because we're following a different pattern this time in this Journey Within series. So we are meeting every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Sunday is always a workshop day. The time is the same, 8:45 p.m. New York time, and it's always the same link. Now, as a supplement to this course, we also have Footsoaks on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for half an hour. So just because it's always so enriching, to have collective meditations and collective Footsoaks, we arrange these meetings for all of us. So we meditate and Footsoak together every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for half an hour. And there is also a list of online meditations, which you can find in the chat box as well. So feel free to, join any of the programs, but do stick, do be with us every time, because, we are systematically taking you through this journey, which is meant to, give you the potential of expanding your whole spiritual dimension. So please be with us every time. All right, there is also a booklet, and you can find the link in the chat box. This is a very useful booklet for all of you who want to learn about the mantras. And this is where you can find really everything you need to know about mantras. And I'm sure many of you have already experienced the subtle power of the mantras. So you can get this booklet in the link, which is in the chat box. And if you still do not have a mentor, please fill up the mentor survey form and we will assign you one. And this will really make your journey much more beautiful and smooth and enjoyable, because all of us, evolving in Sahaj Yoga have received a lot of help from the other, Sahaj Yogis, and it's really, good to have someone you can talk to, you can raise your questions and concerns to, and after all, we are one family, as Shri Mataji said, and we are here to help each other, isn't it? So please do fill up the mentor survey form. And I believe, all right, so we also have this breakout room especially for Spanish speakers, and if you are one of them, please let us know about it in the chat box. We will make sure you get the help you need. All right, I believe we are ready now to start the workshop. So you will all be assigned to breakout rooms, where you will be with an experienced Sahaj Yogi, and you will be able to have a more personal spiritual experience. So, all right. I wish you a beautiful meditation and a beautiful interaction in the breakout rooms. And we're not going to have any activity happening right now in the main room. And so I will just say goodbye to all of you right now. Enjoy your session in the breakout room, and I'll see you all again on Tuesday. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your meditation.